Yo, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Gurren Otaku Council podcast. As always, I'm your host Ace, and that is McMillian. And today is episode 98. Everybody, we're 2 episodes away from episode 100. But today, everybody, we got the Blue Exorcist season 3 review, everybody, and of course, much more. But before we get into all that, if you'd like to join me and my friend McMillian as we discuss all things anime and sometimes manga, then please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, as well as follow us on our social media so you can stay up to date on all things about the council, everybody. With that being said, the council is now in session. Let the meeting begin. All right, everybody, as always, thank you all for joining us for another week. I hope everybody is doing super fantastic. How you doing today, McMillian?
I'm doing great, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing good. You know, we got a lot of different stuff, you know, that we got to talk about. That, you know, that's on the plate for this week, everybody. But you know, of course, before we get into all that, I'm go ahead and hit everybody with today's council announcement / agenda.
All right, so for council announcements, we'd just like to remind everyone our last released episode, 97, featured the Ashura season 1 review from both me and Ace, as well as, you know, us catching you up on My Hero, as we always do. Then I would just like to shout out Ace's One Piece series review / reaction series, because this week he should have 119 and 120 up. So go ahead and go check those out if you're a One Piece fan. Now, for today's schedule, we'll be bringing you another season review of this time Blue Exorcist season 3, the Shin Illuminati Saga season. Then from there we have anime news, which will include the stuff from Aniplex's Onlinefest, I think is what it's called. Right?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then after that, My Hero 155 and 156 review / discussion. So that's what's on the agenda for today.
All right, thank you, McMillian. So, as McMillian said, we're going to ahead and get started with the Blue Exorcist discussion, everybody. So we're going to start off with the non-spoiler section, and because it's been a little minute, you know, since Blue Exorcist last aired, we wasn't gonna do it at first, but like I said, it's been a minute since Blue Exorcist last aired. McMillian is gonna give us the synopsis, you know, / plot of, you know, Blue Exorcist in general.
Yeah. So basically, it's very short, but for those who may not remember, those who have not seen it, after discovering that he's the son of Satan, a young man, Ren Akumura, joins the True Cross Academy, an academy that breeds exorcists, and he must attend there to not only prove that he can control his powers, but also to develop his abilities to potentially defeat Satan, his father himself. So.
All right, well, there you go. And once again, you know, everybody, you can find Blue Exorcist all 3 seasons on Crunchyroll, and season 3 was animated by Studio Volon, VLON.
I think you
VOLN.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think you switched to L now.
VOLN. I did switch it up. Just no, it's okay. It's all right. We got them. We got them right. Studio Voln, VOLN. Everybody, and you know, you can find the all 3 seasons on Crunchyroll. So, once again, you know, this is season 3 that we're reviewing, and both me and McMillian are going to be giving our spoiler-free reviews here. You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I think you went with first with Ashura, so I'll go
Yeah.
first with Blue. So for my non-spoiler review, I'll start with the bad first, and then we can get to the good. The Shin Illuminati Saga has probably, in my opinion, the slowest or worst start of a season 3 for an anime. Especially when you consider how well they did with season 2 of Blue Exorcist and the Kyoto Saga. It was very fast. It was very decent. Very nicely paced. It didn't waste any of its time. The beginning of this season, I think, drags quite a bit, with 3 episodes focusing on like the school life of the students, which I don't think would have been bad if it wasn't for the fact that like they show us the non-exorcist side of the True Cross Academy, which me and Ace, when we were talking about it originally when this came out, we were like, I didn't even know that you had non-exorcists going here. Like that was such a strange thing to even show. But hey, past those 3 episodes though, I will say I think the Shin Illuminati Saga, it's such a hard thing to say, did tell a compelling story. I found myself like interested in the implications of this season. We got like introduced to a new faction, more backstory of our care of other characters outside of Ren and Yuki, as well
Hmm.
as some more implications as far as like the siblings and their connection to their father. With Satan and everything, I think they did a very good job of laying foundation for the story to build upon more so as like the series continues, which um as some will remember, we are getting more seasons now of Blue Exorcist. So there's a lot to look forward to. So in the end, I do recommend, like, if you're a fan of the series and you want to learn and you would like to see this like more of the anime, to watch the season, because it, even though it did have a slow start, it does, I feel like, end on a pretty good note and builds up to you wanting to see more from it. So
100%. All right. Thank you for that, McMillian. I pretty I couldn't have said that better myself. I'm pretty much gonna keep mine a little short here because of that. I think you was pretty spot on with your little review right there. That's nuts. But for me, Blue Exorcist, it's a cult classic, and this cult, we've been waiting 7 years for the next season. It's for season three to get everybody, and unfortunately, season three starts off like it's only been 1 year since the last season. Unfortunately, although season three has a very slow start, it is definitely less action packed than the previous seasons. Season three holds itself together with a quick condensed story that gives us some great character development and sets the stage for the seasons to come. I wouldn't call season three my favorite out of the seasons, but I will say I definitely am intrigued by all the story plots and storylines that were set up within this season, like McMillian already just mentioned, with the implications between with Ren and his brother, and between and their connection with his father, and everything like that. That's probably one of the best new storylines. That got talked about. They didn't know we're definitely gonna get into that in the spoiler review here. But yeah, that's probably one of my favorite things about that as well. And tough times are here for our brothers,
Yeah.
and that we might get to a point where they can't end up finding they can't trust anybody. We have to ask the question, would they be able to trust themselves and then trusting each other one day? So, it might get to that point here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, like McMillian did say, I do still would recommend this series to newcomers and everything though as well, because I do think they did a great job of bringing Blue Exorcist to the modern day standards, if you will, for the most part.
Yeah.
I think they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The animation was solid for this season. Compare if you are comparing it to like the other things that are currently out, I definitely think they brought their A game with it.
All right, so once again for our non-spoiler here, what would you go ahead and rate the season three?
I give it I'd give it probably 6.5. Like, kind of like how you said, this probably wouldn't be my favorite season of the story, but it did a great job building upon our outside characters, as well as implicating like what could be ahead for our main, like, the titular brothers of Ren and Yukio.
Yeah.
But also like building up the world, like introducing a new faction and then some other like periphery stuff. So I'd probably give it like a 6.5.
Same here. I gave it about like a six as well. Um, it definitely, I was shocked that we didn't have a lot of action in this season, because I was just like, damn, coming from season one to season two, definitely like you said, season two at the end of that with the whole thing with the unnamed king, I was like, how we go from that to this?
Mm-hmm.
But I will say the guy with the black flames, he kind of helped, he kind of helped that out a little bit because he was cool. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay,
Yeah.
that helps out a little bit. But yeah, we definitely gonna need some more action in this next season though, 100%.
I'd agree with that.
But all right, so that is the end of the non-spoiler part of season three, everybody. So now we're gonna get to the spoiler section. So if you don't want to be spoiled for season three of Blue Exorcist, please feel free to head on to the next parts of today's episode, everybody, because there's way more things that we're gonna discuss later on this episode, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, for the spoiler parts now, um,
I
okay.
th-
Let me start off by saying this. Season three, I don't. I'm mad. I'm kind of mad that we got this season, but then at the same time, it's been so long. I think it was almost needed for them to give us a reason to care about these characters again. And I do say I do appreciate that aspect that we got from this season. Right? They
Mhm.
did kind of give us a reason to care for
Well,
these characters again.
I'll say this, like, one thing, um, that I would probably fault Blue Exorcist on, as good as the story, like, it was building up, like, most of it was related to Ran and Yukio.
Hmm.
Like I didn't really have a reason to care about the other students in the class of like the X Wires, but when season 2 came out and we had to go to Kyoto and we learned more about Ryuji and like the other two guys in the class. um I was like, oh, okay, so like we knew they were related to Exorcists already, but like this is pretty cool to learn that they have this whole like kind of order set up outside of like what we're normally used to.
Yeah.
But like even then still like it wasn't something like extremely strong. This season, like with Uzumo's family, I was like, holy okay. Like that this is kind of crazy. Like this is kind of
Yeah.
wild. And then we to find out that Shima was a spy the whole time. I was like, all right, okay, yes, make these niggas interesting.
Yeah. So you know what? And let's just stop right there, right? With the whole Shima's a spy thing. At this point, I'm not even sure if he's even on our side anymore, right? Still, right? Because I feel like he's truly having such a fun time just playing
I'm
neutral and playing both sides at this
exactly.
point. Like he might not even necessarily be on anybody's side. I really feel like he might just be like a third neutral party, kind of like Mephisto said, right? He's a pawn in this game. It's just who's is about who's gonna play him, right? Right.
Yeah, and even I liked how when they got to like granted I'm skipping a little bit ahead here, but when they got to the part where he came back to True Cross after everything and that high ranking um exorcist, he's like asked his friends, he was like, do y'all trust him anymore? And they were like, I trust
Yeah.
him, but the person he's working for, Mephisto,
and, and
like
and I'm glad they did that part because the first as soon as he came back, I was like, "There's no way they just let him just come back
mhm,
here for free like this, right?" And I'm like, "Why would they just let? First of all, why would the Illuminati just let
him
him
go.
walk back there
Yeah,
like that?
that's what I
Like, just
thought
like
too.
you, there's no way they just glance past this, right? They're gonna have to explain this. And thankfully, they did. I was like, okay, I was almost worried for a second because I was about to say, I was like, "There's no way we're just gonna skip over this fact, right?"
I, I
But
I
man,
very much,
yeah.
I very much is like when he popped up back in that class. I'm like, so they're about to jump him, right? Like,
On me,
there's no way they just let him do
whoop
that,
his
and they
ass.
almost did. So
They should have jumped his ass, boy.
they, I was about to say they almost did, but shit, man, like that was that was wild.
No, we would have been moving furniture in there, man. As soon as I see him step in, he just like, "Hey, everybody."
Huh?
Oh, you think this a
Yeah,
joke, huh?
yeah.
You think it's a joke? Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about Fireball. You think it's a joke?
Yeah,
That's all you gonna see, just Fireball.
yeah. Yeah, but it's really interesting because even like at the end when he was reported stuff and the shit he pulled with Yukio, I was just like, man, this is such an interesting thing to give a
That's what I'm
character.
saying. Like I don't even know if he's even on our side anymore, bro. Like they're doing good job on Arthur, right?
Yeah,
Because
no,
like I don't know, I don't
he
know.
doing yeah, I was about to say he's doing such a well job of like I don't know. This character is so committed to the bit right now. Like if they're a good guy, they're so committed to the bit. It's insane because most of the time, like with
Fully
characters,
committed.
who are like double agents or triple agents, it's very they after like an instance like this, they make it very clear whose side they're on.
Yeah,
But for him,
yeah.
it's so it's so tangled up that I'm just like, damn.
So yeah, I was that is the one good thing about about this season. Our boy Shinume Shima.
Shima, yeah.
There we go, Shima. Our boy Shima. He did it. That was one of the little shining stars of the season. Shima. He showed out this season
Mm,
because I definitely don't recall him showing out in any of the previous seasons, especially when they was talking about or like old girl was saying, when you got that's a high summer spirit. How long
yeah,
could you do
exactly. How long
that?
could you fucking do that?
And I said the same thing. I was like, huh? I was like, that seemed new. I was like, I don't
I was
remember
like,
him pulling that out
I was
before.
like, legitimately in my head, I'm like, this just adds to how good of a spy or like how like mixed up in the shit he might be. The fact that he didn't pull that shit out when we were fighting a high demon class ass fucking shit last season, that he did not do any. They were getting infected right, by the disease. He didn't pull that
Demolished
shit out of
body.
nothing. He didn't pull that shit out of nothing. He just let that shit happen. That's
Man, it's
insane to
like,
think about.
yeah, probably since a child, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I always do that. Like, what? Like, you just are like, all right, my guy.
Yeah, I was like, you didn't use the flames on that disease shit at all last season? That's crazy. That's
All right, my guy. That's
an
crazy.
insane
The
level
black
of
flames, the
control.
only second to Satan flames. That's
Exactly.
crazy.
That's an insane level of control.
He did, he does have a little drawback though. He can't use the flames for
Oh
long,
yeah,
and
they'll
he
pass
runs
out.
out of his very quickly. Kind of like old girl from Konosuba.
Oh yeah, yeah, Megami.
Yeah. Um. Okay. But then now I guess this the quote unquote official star of the season, if you will.
Oh, Kamiki. Yeah, Kamiki. Her,
Izuma
she, I
Izumo.
her story I really liked, only because like it's so much different. I think than like the other like characters in a way. Like each of them had loving households, and then to find out that they mom was really good at her job, but as a mom, extremely shitty. That's insane. Oh, let's get a call. Okay, I'll keep going. Yeah, but like I said, the fact that Izumo's mom was just an extremely shitty individual, to the point where her kids had to call up, um, fuck, what do they call them? Oh, well, the Illuminati. I was about to call them Lucifer Squad because that's who their boss is. To call up them, and then that spinning the situation of her having to go to True Cross Academy, to get strong enough to be the host of Nine Tails was just
Hmm.
that was such a good, like, I, as much as I still don't know if I like her character or not, but that her storyline I definitely like her backstory was really well done.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. The backstory was dope. At the end of the day, just like all the problems in animes, always starts at the root of the top. Dad. Dad is always the problem.
He said, "Don't mention them kids around me again, or I'll call." And he was not playing.
Man. I was like, dang. Because at first I was just thinking, maybe I was like, oh, maybe he, just works late or something. He has to, work away from home a lot. I was giving my boy the benefit of the doubt, and then we
Nah,
finally met him. Yeah, no,
nah.
no, and it was okay. He's a cook. All right, got it. He's an
Fucking
asshole.
deadbeat to the
He is
extreme.
an asshole. Got it. Bet.
It-
All right. Say less. I now understand. Understand. And that made her mother go off the deep end. And unfortunately, now we have Nine
yes,
Tails to deal with that. All because we had a shitty father. Now we got Nine Tails to deal with.
And also, like, it was such an interesting way they that's her. She worked. She was like a spirit that can instantly kill you or give you eternal life. And I'm just like, that is such a fucking like talk about yin and yang, right? Like to be able to do both.
Crazy. Crazy. But she did, but they gave her mother a little moment at the end of this
A
at the end of the
redemption,
series as
yeah,
well.
little like,
Yeah.
redemption thing, which I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. I guess they don't. Um, what the funniest thing to me though was like, is the girl thinking that she was like, yeah, I can do this, I can handle this shit. Holy fuck! Oh hell no!
Yeah, she found that real quick. She was like, "Oh, I see." I was like, "Yep, stupid." You over there looking
Stupid.
stupid. When you could have just asked for help, now you sitting here looking stupid.
Hmm.
You don't even know you was talking mess about your mom. Didn't even realize your mother was actually her. Now look at you, looking crazy.
I was like, "Yo, mama, shitty person," but the thing is, she was the Wanda, like they unfortunately, right?
She
Like
was the priestess. All right, now she was the head priestess in charge for a
Jesus,
reason.
you had to
She
find out
was
the hard way.
you had to. Unfortunately, she had to find out the hard way. That's the best part about life. Sometimes you just gotta let the kids find out the hard way, man. Just how it be sometimes.
Hmm. Yeah, but
It's just how it be sometimes, man. But
yeah.
yeah, that was funny. But any particular thing about this season that you just really didn't like?
I think honestly, the thing I disliked the most about this season was the fact that we got introduced to Lucifer and we don't know that much about him, other than like
Okay, thank you.
outside of like we just know that's another one of Satan's kids, and it's the strongest. He's the strongest supposedly, even though he doesn't have a host that can fully contain his powers, so he gets sick easily. I was just
100%.
like, I was okay. Outside of this, like, can we get like some lore, just like a bit, like anything at all? And the fact that we didn't get, we basically got none, just was really uh an issue. I thought, especially when they show what do I want to say, especially when they showed the fact that like he can summon, what is it, angels? I think yeah.
What angels? What?
Like the fact that he could well, I was saying like it just kind of sucks that we didn't really get that much lore on Lucifer, other than the fact that like outside of the fact that like he can't he hasn't been able to find a host that can really contain his energy, and I just wanted some extra lore because I'm just like, okay, he's that strong, he can summon angels to the point where he, to broadcast his messages and shit, and like I just wanted some extra. Like he made the
Yeah.
Illuminati group. Like I would love to have just gotten a little bit more, other than he's just that guy, right? Like
I'm with you because like just kind of like I said, this was one of my issues with Hunter x Hunter, right? He just kind of came out of nowhere, like you said. Everybody's just telling me he's that guy. Well, where has he been all this time? If he's that guy, where has all the hints been that his existence, of his existence, if he is that guy? Why are we just now randomly finding out about him? You feel me?
yeah, because I'm just like, I mean, so far outside of Ren and Yuki, we only know of two other Satan's kids, Beelzebub, which he lost in the first season, and then Mephisto, who is on humanity's side and not on humanity's side at the same time. Like so,
Yeah, he's on his own side,
really, yeah.
truly.
So it's just I just would have loved like the fact that we get to see another finally get to see another character relate to Satan get introduced and them to be like considered the top dog, and that we just get really nothing about him is just was just
Yeah.
upset. So
No, I feel you on that. Yeah, I 100% definitely would have loved to get a little bit more on Lucifer this season. As well as what did you think about our boy? I think his the other brother Yuki, right?
hmm
The younger brother. What did you think about him? And the new development with his flames finally awakening. Well,
well,
kind of like halfway awakening, if you will.
well, it's stuff with his eyes, right? Like he did. Has he summoned? Did they summon flames this season?
It was it not the flames as well. I think it was like the beginning of this season, the first episode or something like that, or the last episode. I can't
Oh, I
remember.
thought that was a nightmare. If that was actually like in real life him doing that, because I thought he had a nightmare
I
about
might have
that.
misinterpreted wrong then.
Oh,
But
okay.
regardless, something it does seems like
Yeah,
something
some's
special is about
developing.
him, and I'm assuming it is the flames, right? Because why else wouldn't it be?
Well, right now,
Unless I mean, I guess it maybe could be something different, maybe like another one of Satan's quote unquote powers or whatever. But I'm just assuming it's also going to be the flames.
well,
Right?
right now it's his eyes. That's like the only thing that we know for sure that is developing, is that he's getting his eyes are changing into their demonic form or something like that. Is what I
Mm-hmm.
can guess, and from what I can see, um, I wasn't mad at the fact of like how little we got about it, because obviously this is supposed to be like a major development,
Yeah.
um, and it's something that even like Mephisto, like from all sides, he's kind of getting jumped with this. Like Lucifer knows about it, Mephisto knows about it, Shima knows about it. Um, he's having a hard time keeping it under wraps. Like he's technically finding it all sides. I didn't really have an issue, I think, with like how little we got of it. I'm just hoping that like as the series continues, they don't drop the ball with it, because
Yeah.
it is extremely interesting to see like what his power set will be as compared to his
And,
brothers. So
and then another thing why I'm excuse me. Well, I'm also assuming it's the flames because also throughout the season we got to see instances of when Ren was not Ren, our boy Yuki was asking himself like, why is my brother like this? Why is he so lighthearted and taking every situation for granted, especially with again with this like the situation with the zombie, why are you hesitating with killing the zombies? I literally just finished telling you that they're too far gone. The best you can do for them is to put them out
Another
of their
misery.
misery, right? Like, so what are you hesitating about?
Yeah.
What is the hesitation? And then you also got that mobile. He was frustrated. He was like, if you won't use your flames, give it to me. I'll use them. Right? It kind of once again, like another little hint that
Well,
that is what's awakening in him, and then maybe his own set of flames.
well, it's interesting because I think like another reason they kind of did that is Yuki originally took up like the job of being an exorcist for like the fact that he wanted to help protect his brother, and also I think it was one extra way for him to be like like their dad, their adoptive father, to
Yeah.
be like the granddad. I don't know why I was about to say that technically he's both, but um for him to have like something like that also he was good at, because the thing is like it was believed at least in the first season that Rin was the only person that inherited Satan's powers that made him like extremely powerful, stuff like that. So Yuki was just kind of there. He was just a normal
Yeah.
kid until their granddad made him an exorcist and tried to teach him this his basically his specialty, which is holy infused bullets, which I'm just like, that's fucking crazy, but hey. uh, you know, um, and so now I feel like this is kind of like him kind of almost reverting back after seeing all the shit that has been able to do over the first season and the second season. The fact that like he was the reason they won against the Imperial King. He defeated Beelzebub. Uh, every season that he's just constantly that guy. Basically, is like the whole thing.
Hmm.
Like he's now getting frustrated with that because the thing is he became an exorcist to protect his brother, but the thing is he don't need to protect him.
No, he don't. He don't.
He don't need to protect him anymore, and he's quickly being shown how much Ren is outclassing him, even though he's higher ranked and he's a full fledged exorcist. He holds a special rank in the order, so like this is probably all just weighing down on him, increasing his anger, and maybe
Hmm.
the anger is also a side effect of him just awakening to his demon abilities later in life. So there could be issues with that. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's very interesting with this. Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I, I don't know. I don't even know what they want, man. But yeah, no, I feel you 100%. But yeah, definitely, like I said, that the whole that situation right with his brother, that was one of the most intriguing things that I got out of the season,
Hmm.
and it feels like that's definitely what's going to be set up for um whatever we got going on in season three, not in season three, for whatever we got having going on in season
4.
four,
Hmm.
right? Especially for the fact that for whatever reason, um Lucifer ordered all his people like hey, don't touch the brothers, right? Just leave them
Hmm.
alone. I don't care if they even come in here running amok. I'll deal with them. Don't nobody touch them. Leave them alone.
Yeah, and then the
So
fact that he
he might
visited.
be having something planned, especially now that he knows he might. Lucifer also might know that, like you said, there's something might be stewing up inside of Yuki as
Well, I
well.
mean, he does know because he visited him. Remember, he
Well,
he
yeah,
came to him directly and was like, "Yeah, so you got that shit."
hit him with that Orochimaru. You want power?
And
I can give it to you.
he basically was like, you got it inside you, and if you want to learn how to use it, I can teach you, but you're gonna have to leave True Cross. And he was like, but also at the same time, before I leave this room, I just want you to think about this: are they gonna accept you after you wake up? I just because your brother, even though they let
Look
him
what
work,
your brother had to
I was
do.
about
Yeah,
to
look
say,
what your brother had to
even though
go
they let him
through.
work, he
You
still.
you think
And,
you think they're gonna have two of y'all around now? That might be a little bit of a risk. One was is already pushing it, but two of y'all rocking around here now. Hold on now.
because they like the moment Ren don't get control of his powers, the moment he showed he can't control it, they about to murder his ass. Like so.
They gonna put old boy down. But yeah, definitely. I will say, I'm a long time Blue Exorcist fan, so right now I was excited for season three. I was a little bit let down that it wasn't as hyped for the rest of the season, but they do have me intrigued and
Hmm.
excited for what's to come, though.
Yeah,
100%.
hey, like I said in the non spoiler review, very in terms of a season 3 start, I was very confused on why they decided to go with that, especially how everything that happened in season 2. I was like,
Yeah.
granted, I was like, y'all already lost momentum because y'all waited 7 years to release a season. Did we really need to start like this?
And then somehow they managed to still squeeze in the beach episode.
I
didn't think it was possible. I've never seen somebody throw in the beach episode
and
on
give
the
it
last episode.
yes, and give it somewhat slight plot significance because they tied it. That whole situation was trying to make Yuki admit that something was going on with himself. So like I was like, this is very interesting. It's a very interesting way to do the beach episode. But hey, hey, that's how the writer wanted it. So
here we are. Who didn't know we was gonna get it like this, but we got it. Didn't expect the beach episode this season, but somehow they snuck it in there. Hey, good job. Great job. But all right, everybody. So that is the end of the Blue Exorcist season 3 review. Everybody, let us know down below in the comments what was your thought on season 3, and are you excited for the rest of the series, or after this, are you gonna now drop Blue Exorcist? Are you now a Blue Exorcist hater after season 3? Everybody, let us know down below in the comments.
I just want to know in the comments down below. Could you let me know how many of y'all gave up on it? I gave up on the anime coming back and started reading. Because I'm gonna be real with you, I'm very surprised I didn't do that because that's usually my thing if stuff takes too long. But I still don't. I watched it. So
I feel you 100%. So all right, everybody. So now we're gonna be heading on to my favorite part of today's episode. Everybody, it is now time for GOC News, your weekly source for your favorite and mini news. So let's get into it. All right, everybody. Once again, welcome back for another special edition of GOC News. This week we got Aniplex Onlinefest 2024 that went on this past weekend, everybody. But we got a few good announcements, but nothing too crazy. 86 fans, unfortunately, we were let down. There was a chance, but we were failed. Unfortunately, we were failed. But instead of talking about our disappointment, we're gonna be talking about some of the good stuff that did come out of Aniplex Onlinefest, everybody. So, but once again, as always, this is not the full lineup of announcements. As always, we want the full lineup. I'm going to try and leave a link in the description to one of these links that I use for a full lineup of announcements. If you guys want to go take a look at that. But we're just going to be going over, if you will, the major highlights that from Aniplex Onlinefest 2022. Starting off with Solo Leveling Season 2, everybody. They showed off a brand new trailer for Solo Leveling Season 2, and they also announced the theatrical release for the premiere of episodes 1 and 2 for Solo Leveling as well. That's going to be coming off in November. Yes, coming out in November for the theatrical release. Yes, late November. So, McMillian, Solo Leveling Season 1. Would you say it took the world by storm? I guess it kind of. I mean, it definitely did garner an audience.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if I would say take the world by storm, but it definitely had like a hype release. Like a lot of the people who read the webtoon were really excited for it. If you want to find out me and Ace's opinions on, we did do a season 1 review, and it's not. And I didn't dislike it. I thought it was good. I was also a person who read the webtoon up to a certain point, and I thought they did a pretty good job of it. But like I said, like me and Ace said, I think during our review it is fight of the week anime. So I mean, like that really just depends on it. But I am excited to see the story progress and evolve with this second season. It's coming. The second season is coming out in the beginning half of January. And then also you get an early. But if you want an early preview of it, you can get it in November. So hey, I'm excited to see it continue, I guess is all I'll say, basically.
There you go. You want to continue on McMillian?
Yeah. So for my Madoka Magica fans, we have a new movie coming out. Teaser for the next film. I'm not even gonna try. W Rising. That is not actually the title. That has a full name. Oh, I will. But yeah, do you want to? I was like, do you want to try it?
Wall Perig Snot Walpurg, not
Yeah.
some. I don't know. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. I promise. I'm just
But-
gonna randomly say it sometime in the episode.
But the movie's coming out. It's set to premiere. It has a trailer. It looks good. It's set to premiere in the winter of 2025. It's supposed to start the next new exciting chapter for the series.
I was just about to say, is this new movie the start of the new like the anime series that they're gonna be doing? Because I know they said a new project as well as in the production.
I would assume that this has probably something to do with the new project. Because like the thing is, like Madoka Magica came out early 2000s, I want to say, if I remember correctly. And it's still very much like has a following. It has other movies and films and stuff like that, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was one, if not last year, maybe the year before, that came out that also did pretty well. I need to rewatch the series because I watched it when I was like an early teen, and I remember it being good, but I don't remember the exact events. So I need to myself, before this comes out, I'm gonna plan on rewatching the series. But really excited to see what this leads into, because again, it was Madoka Magica, for as much as I can remember, was kind of just like, we made it, it's good, we're not touching it, and now it's like back, and the stuff looks nice. So I'm really interested.
The animation looks really crisp. Yes. Like I'm talking like like these boys been in the lab for a couple of years working on
exactly.
This
so I'm excited to see what this will like lead into, if it does lead into a new series, if they're just gonna every once in a while they hit us with a movie. I'm interested to see where this goes.
100%. All right, well, everybody, moving on from there, we got a new trailer for the Demon Lord 2099 anime that's going to be coming out here in the fall season on October the 12th. And I got a little mixed feelings now. I was hella excited for this anime when the first trailer came out, but now that another trailer came out, I'm definitely having mixed feelings. Let me tell you why. Because I thought we were going to get overpowered isekai demon lord in a cyberpunk fantasy world, and it seems like we're getting that, but like on a more comedy sense. I thought we was gonna get it more
action,
on a
like
slime level, if you will.
Yeah, I was basically same thing. Like Ace Toby,
but it seems like we're getting this more on a Konosuba level. I believe that's a great comparison. We're getting this more of an Ikobasuna level when I thought it was gonna be more of an on a slime level.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to say it. Because I was the same way, same boat. Like I thought this was about to be not necessarily played completely seriously, because I think most anime also always have comedic elements. But like,
of course,
I thought we were gonna get it more played straight. And then the new trailer, I was like, is that a lolly? What's what's going on here? Oh, she's important. Oh, she's important to the plot because she in here a lot. Okay.
Okay, so she's in a few clips. They didn't just show her one time. Oh,
what does this mean? Because the first teaser, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You take a demon lord from a fantasy realm and put him in the future, and then he got fucking figured. I mean, like, I knew it was gonna have some comedy elements, because that obviously.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't know it was gonna be place. I'm still interested to see what they do with it, but
100%, right? I'm still gonna check it out, and still got to see for yourself, and judge with your eyes when it come out. But the trailer definitely starting to throw me off a little bit. The new trailer,
yeah. So only time will tell. Next up, Fate fans, we back. Fate Strange Fake apparently is going to be making a premiere this November in Los Angeles, as part of the Fate 20th anniversary showcase. And Saber's voice actor, Yuki Ono, will be attending the event live in person. Hopefully, not too long after that Los Angeles premiere, we'll actually get it maybe on like Crunchyroll or something like that. But I'm glad Fate is continuing to pump out more stuff. It's been really good, especially with that last little teaser. Well, not teaser, but like episode premiere thing we got. The last Fate thing was really good, so I'm really interested to see what else is coming out from the Fate series. So
all right, moving on from there, everybody, another highly anticipated anime got a new trailer. To Be Hero X has a brand new trailer out, everybody. Once again, this is a new anime that's going to be coming out by a Chinese production studio here in the future. It's going to be dropping in 2025, sometime in 2025. I can't remember. I don't think we have an official release date, but we know it's going to be dropping sometime in 2025. And it's the once again, the special gimmick about the show is going to be a blend, a technically a new spin on a mix of 2D and
The
3D
animation.
animation, right?
Yep. After that, another webtoon project is getting an anime, Dark Moon, The Blood Altar, with in hyphen, believe it's how it's
That's I
pronounced.
believe that's how
Yeah.
I believe that's how you pronounce it. Yeah.
Got a snippet teaser kind of thing from Aniplex Onlinefest, and so it seems like another webtoon series is about to be coming out. I don't know this much. I don't know anything really about this one. So for the
Neither do I.
fans of us who may know anything, let us know in the comments. Should we be excited, or if this is even something that needs to be checked out? Last but not least, Aniplex also unveiled a new animation original series called Virgin Punk. It looks to be like another cyberpunk type situation. The story is apparently it's from apparently it's going to be a series of works called The Clockwork Girl, and it's set to premiere in summer of 2025. The brief synopsis that Aniplex provided was the story depicts the suffering of the female protagonist Ubu or Ubu. I don't know how you fully pronounce it. It's spelled UBU, and the desire and chaos of the strong characters who surround her that the story has woven. So, cyberpunk type stuff with featuring suffering.
Definitely, there was also a small little teaser trailer that was dropped for it, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So
Mhm.
definitely, you can go ahead and check that out as well if you are interested in,
Animation.
female cyberpunk stuff.
I was supposed to say the animation looks really good, but that's not surprising for an Aniplex project. So, yeah.
Aniplex. Well, all right, everybody. That is the end of all the major Aniplex announcements from Aniplex Onlinefest 2024. Once again, if you want to take a look at the full lineup of all the announcements that took place, I will leave a link in the description. Excuse me. And now, everybody, we're just gonna keep moving on with news here. Starting this off with we're going to Netflix Geek next, right?
Okay.
In the same week, not in the same week, I believe it was the same week, but
It was technically the week
within the same time
Yeah.
span of Aniplex Online Fest. We also got Netflix Geek Week 2024, everybody. And they, of course, they're coming out with some new animation projects, and 3 particular projects that we thought they're cool and we're interested in. Starting us off with actually coming out with a new cyberpunk anime, everybody. This is of no surprise to me. I immediately knew once I saw the success of Cyberpunk that they was gonna do some type of another season or series, right, for the show. I just knew there was no way they were gonna do nothing else with the animated Cyberpunk.
Well, I wasn't 100% sure if we were gonna get another anime or like what, but I figured we were gonna get some else cyberpunk stuff because there's no way they were just gonna let that money dry up, right? My hope is that this is going to be like like I don't know if they'll bring Edge Runners back or call it the same thing, but I'm hoping that they will at least have like different anthology anime stories of Night City, because that was my whole thing, was like you could legitimately, like, if they wanted
there's so many just stories you could just tell.
I was like, if they wanted to, they could continue to do Edge Runners and just call it something different, like have different people as a focus each season or something like that. So I don't know if this is what this is, because they haven't. All they've announced is there's
just a little teaser that like, hey, something's new coming.
Yeah, we don't know who's animating it. We don't know if it even stuff like that. But as far as we know, another series potentially coming out, or movie or whatever. So, after that, highly anticipated anime, really popular manga series, Sakamoto Days, it got an announcement on when it will be releasing on Netflix, and it's coming in January of next year. So for fans of Sakamoto Days, I believe a video trailer or teaser was released with the announcement, so you can go ahead and look that up as well.
Hey, January kicking the dough down.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now.
Honestly,
a lot of good stuff in
I was
January.
about to say the fall season of this year and the winter season of next year look really good.
Hey, we kicking the dough down, boy. And then last but not least, they also announced a animated series of the Devil May Cry video game series, everybody. So looks like they're gonna be telling the story about the everybody's favorite character, Dante, in this animated series, everybody. So if if you're a fan of the Devil May Cry series, be on the lookout for this new anime that's going to be coming out here. It's going to be premiering on April 2025.
Yep. Um, and technically there was one more thing from Netflix. Geek.
Hmm.
Granted, this series got announced a little while ago, but they did show the first 4 minutes of it. A new Gundam series called Gundam Requiem of for Vengeance.
Okay.
They streamed a little bit of it during Netflix Geek. You might be able to find the first four stream minutes on YouTube if you look it up.
Bet.
But then the series, if I'm not mistaken, comes out not next week, but probably the following week in October uh
Hmm.
for for Netflix. So for the Gundam fans out there, this is a CGI animated movie. I have seen the trailer. It does seem to be quite a bit interesting. It's going to be a limited series, so if that might pique your interest. Go ahead and go check that out.
All right. And then moving on from there, everybody, the My Hero film, Your Next is scheduled for a October 11th release for North America, everybody. So, thankfully for all the My Hero fans, you don't have long to wait. It's right around the corner. Once again, the My Hero film, Your Next is set to have a October 11th premiere for a North American theatrical release.
Yep, and if you haven't seen, they currently have the dub and sub trailers out on YouTube. So if you're interested, go ahead and go look at those. After that, this has already been announced, but the Lord of the Rings, the War of Rohirrim anime, finally we got a release date. Apparently it's coming in December 13th of 2024.
Oh, okay. All right. And then last but not least, everybody, Crunchyroll is set to screen Bochi the Rock film, like compilation films. Is gonna be premiering in October. They're gonna be a part 1 and part 2 of these screenings, and there's gonna be starting off in October.
Yep, October 6th to the 8th is when you could probably catch them in theaters. So
All right. Beautiful, beautiful. And then last but not least, everybody, we just want to talk about some upcoming future releases here that got announced. So Bye Bye Earth anime has officially been announced for a season 2. Everybody, and is going to be premiering in 2025, along with the Castlevania Nocturne season 2 has been announced. Everybody, and that's also going to be premiering in January 2012. Once again, in January, coming and kicking the motherfucking dough down here.
Yep. Also, for the Code Super fans, we got another season. Well, not another season, but we get a special string of OVAs, just like we did with season 2 of the anime.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
dope.
They haven't announced when the OVAs will be out, but we are getting some OVAs for season 3. So
That is dope, because I've been waiting on season 3 to finish so I can watch all the dub, in one sitting. So that's cool that we're also going to be getting some OVAs. That's dope. I like that.
Yep. But that's all the news we have for you all today. So we'll be moving into weekly recommendation, and this one is oldie but goodie. I'm just recommending Cowboy Bebop. The only reason I'm bringing it up is because I saw somewhere online that with all the new stuff coming out, a lot of like our classics haven't been being talked about as much. So just want to remind people there's a really good sci-fi series, Cowboy Bebop.
Talk to the people, Jay.
It's one season, 26 episodes. Basically the brief synopsis of it is it's the adventures of a group of bounty hunters aboard the spaceship Bebop, who travel around the solar system chasing criminals and unraveling of their dark and mysterious past throughout their journeys. It is subbed and dubbed in multiple languages and currently being streamed on Crunchyroll. So if you've never seen Cowboy Bebop the anime, please go ahead and check it out. It is great. It also has a movie. I forgot to write this down on our docket, but it also does have a movie as well, and it's also located, also being streamed on Crunchyroll. So, please give the series some love. It's great. It's also a great series to, I feel like, recommend people who may not have seen a lot of anime as well. It's just a really good classic show.
All right. Thank you for that, everybody. McMillian. Once again, everybody, this week's weekly recommendation is Cowboy Bebop. Go and check it out. And then with that being said, everybody, we're going to head into our last topic and discussion for today's episode. Once again, everybody, My Hero Academia Season 7 is the podcast featured anime for the spring 2024 anime season. So you can catch us every week discussing My Hero, everybody. But let's go ahead and get into it, everybody. Today we're going to be discussing and reviewing My Hero Season 7, episode 155 and 156, titled Hope and It's a Small World, respectively.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, just like we mentioned off like last week, shit is hitting.
Man, 155 did not there was barely any talking that episode, in my opinion. Everybody was fighting somebody. Okay, like you had Midoriya. He was like, "Look, we got to get this thing off this island." He got his powers back, so it was straight scrapping for him and Shigaraki. Then we jump back and we just see Endeavor fighting fighting
fighting for his life.
Fighting for his life against his son, and then you see everybody and their mama scrapping in at the bottom, trying to get one for all.
All for one.
Oh yeah, sorry, all for one. From trying to meet up with Shigaraki. The shit was everybody was out there throwing hands. There was no deeper storyline this episode. It was just we gotta stop.
Yes, and I will say I didn't get the Madara war moment that I wanted out of All for One, but it's still pretty much what I expected to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody versus All for One. Jump this man. You feel me? Jump this man.
Like one of the best parts of the episode, I think, was like I always asked this as I was watching some of the episodes of last season. I was like, where the fuck are the other hero schools? And lo and behold, this episode they remembered that they existed and they came.
Listen, we need all hands on deck.
Yeah, so the big three of Shiketsu's high school finally came back. And they jumped. And they jumped to one for all. I mean, all for one. And they even had Hawks give us a fake out death moment.
Put some respect on Dark Shadow's name, nigga.
Now that's how you end a fucking episode. My God, too. Because
put some respect on his name. I told y'all that this could be his story if it wanted to be. This could be about him.
Yeah, because he came out and socked the shit out that motherfucker. God damn.
Put some respect on my boy Dark Shadow.
Yeah, Tsukimichi had Dark Shadow had one like the best rivals / moments probably like this season, because that was just great. The fact that it just popped out the giant mode after All for One, I think talked shit about it a couple episodes ago too. That was just great.
Yeah, that was wonderful. We're just gonna bounce around, from 155 to 156.
Well, right? I was about to say 155 did not have that much in it. It was niggas fighting. Like I don't know what else we could really say about 155.
Jump this man. Jump this man. Like I said, pretty much what I expected to happen. Everybody jumping All for One. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We all understand the assignment. It don't matter if this is the Demon Lord. It don't matter if this is Demon Incarnate himself. It's either stop this man or we gonna lose anyways,
mm-hmm.
right? So all hands on deck, everybody. Love it.
Yeah, but
love it.
But at the start of 156, I should say the shit that the fact that Machia came back. And before I found out that Machia was on their side, I was like, "Oh God damn it!" I was like, shit."
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, yeah, let's go. As soon as I saw him as well, I was like, yeah, it's time for somebody on our side to step up, because ain't no way this man came back.
I was shit. And then I saw I forget, I don't remember his name or his hero name, but Red Riot and the guy who can control people,
an old boy,
on top of his head. I was like, oh, he's on us. Oh, thank God.
I was like, yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, because at this point, it was just gonna be an L, right? It was just gonna be an L.
It's like there's no fucking way.
I don't know how they was gonna stop that. Then at that point, I was like, who's gonna stop Mikey? Like, because first of all, Shigaraki is in his right the biggest threat on the board, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Makia, let's put it like, if Shigaraki didn't exist, he would be the next Demon Incarnate, damn near.
I was like, Makia had teams, had 5 teams of pro heroes trying to take his ass down.
Makia has bodies on his name. Yeah. All right, everybody, he has bodies on his name.
I'm just saying, it took like 5 or 6 teams of pro heroes and the students to put him to sleep.
Last time, and now you talking about we trying to stop him in Off One? Yeah, no, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. But thankfully, he had a grudge against Off One, because that man ended up leaving him. He said, "Why you? I thought you loved me. I thought you was my boy,
Daddy. Why you leave?
You left me.
Why you leave me, Daddy?" In the forest?
You left me in the forest of all places. Not like at somebody's house or something. He left this man in the
In the
forest
cold.
with nature. He left this man to the elements. Everybody, he left this man to natural elements, and rightfully so. Maki said, "You know what? At first I was gonna follow you, but now I'm pissed. Why? Why did you leave me? You know what? Now I'm throwing hands. You know
Mhm.
what?
Yeah.
And also another thing that caught me off guard this episode, I was like, did they change Off One's VA this episode?
Yes,
But
they
then it
did.
was like, oh snap, he getting younger. I was like, okay,
But
that's why, because he's
yeah,
getting
but
younger.
they actually did though. I also caught that, and I had to look it up. They actually did change his VA as he got
Yeah.
younger, and I'm like, that is first off dedication to the craft to be like, we have one for when he's older. We got to get one for when he's younger. That's just really, I just really like that touch. But two, fuck, because with him getting younger, it somehow boosted his quirk power output,
Unfortunately.
which I was just like, that's first off the fact. Also, my hero usually does, like, granted, I'm not saying my hero can't be like gory or other stuff like that, but the fact, show me this nigga reconstituting his body as he's getting jumped by several people, that
Yeah.
was wild. I did
That was
not
dope.
expect to see the musculature and bone
Yeah.
of
Like I said, it wasn't Madara level type of action that was going on, but it was still crazy stuff that was happening. All for one, just like you said, once he started reconstituting and reconstructing his body, he was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and sit y'all down real quick.
yeah, and then the fact of the matter, like his quirks were evolving as that would happen. I was like, oh jeez, I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah,
Because Hawks was like, damn. So the rewind quirk don't work like that. It doesn't. Him taking a stockpile quirk doesn't matter with the rewind. He still keeps it, which is kind of crazy.
I mean, it will. Like he even said, like
I could technically eventually disappear along with him, but
But he was like, damn, like it's crazy that my power. Even he was surprised. He was like, oh, my powers are getting stronger. I was like, oh no.
Miss, I didn't even know I could put out this
Exactly.
much output. I'm like, what do you mean you didn't know how you could put out this much output? Are you saying you're stronger than what you ever been before right now? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or did you just not expect to be able to do this? Like, did you not expect the rewind quirk
with this one particular attack?
Because he fucking he Kamehameha.
Oh yeah, no, he said dark. Yeah, he set them boys down real quick.
Everybody, and then he stole Hawk's quirk.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's gone. Hawks is completely out of commission now. He might still try and do some stuff here and there because it's Hawks, right? But Hawks is done.
Yeah, because he was the only person still up, and he tried to stab him, which I'm like, commendable, Hawks. Thank you, because everybody else didn't keep letting villains get up and try and walk away. This man was showed off how he was
thankfully
he was a demigod, and you still tried to stab him with the sword.
Thankfully, he didn't get Dark Shadow. Our boy, whatchamacallit was able to talk no jutsu him enough.
I was about to say,
to where he would leave.
I was like, first off, Mineta. Wow, crazy the fact that he was able to do that in the first fucking place. But like, I was like, oh shit, Mineta about to get destroyed.
It would have. I swear to God, if they would have showed All For One just putting Mineta in any type of way, I would have lost it. I would have.
I would have too. Like when he went, because when Mineta's when that little fucking purple ball appeared on All For One's like cloth, I was like, oh Lord, he about to.
He's about to die.
He about to kill this kid. he about to murder the fuck out of this child.
Oh, man, I was like, yeah, here's when we see a child die.
And I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, I wonder what reaction I'll have. Will I be like, ooh, or will I laugh? Because just damn.
Oh man, I was like, no, Mineta. I was like, man, because I mean, hey, listen. If somebody gotta lose their life in the war, if you tell me Mineta didn't make it out the war with the greatest demon, against the greatest villains ever, I wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be shocking or surprising to me, right, that he didn't make it out of there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I will say I was right though. I was right
Um,
about Toga. So she just had not Toga. I think that's her name, Toga. Yeah, she's just having a hard time using
oh yeah, the thing we got.
twice as quirk.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that. That was because that was like the
Hmm.
first part of this episode, and then it had, and I thought that was gonna be the focus, the way they fucking started it, and then it
I
had,
was like,
and
there's no way you want his quirk unless you're gonna just be copying people and just wreaking havoc, aka turning into off
yeah, and
one or turning into Shigaraki and just a completely flipping the war on his head.
she's trying, but she can't. She said she's asking herself, she was like, why can't I fully use his quirk to his full extent?
Her or Dabi, and I believe, and I'm just gonna get nerdy here for real quick. The reason why she probably can't do it is quote unquote because like maybe she doesn't have enough hatred in her heart, right? But just because you know how evil both Dabi and
Lucky
Shigaraki is,
R.
maybe she's missing a little bit of hatred in her to
Well,
be able to use their quirk as well.
yeah, that's possible. That could possibly also it too, because like the first thing that they talked about was like the reason she could use Ochaka's quirk is that she admires, like she loves her to that point, right?
Hmm.
She even said like, "Do I not like Dabi and Shigaraki as much as I thought I did?" Like that was like one of the first things she
Hmm.
said in this episode. So it could be both. It could be maybe she isn't as evil as she thinks she is, and
Hmm.
two could be just like she don't really, which also could just play into the fact of why she doesn't like Dabi and Shigaraki, because both of them are on over the deep end of evil. Like Dabi is like, I hate my dad so much, I'm willing to sacrifice people for this pettiness. I am all in. And Shigaraki is like, it don't fucking matter, man. I'm trying to all this
Burn it.
shit.
Shigaraki said to burn it
Oh,
all
damn,
down.
I don't give a fuck.
Burn it all down.
I don't give a fuck.
Burn it all down. But once again though, yeah. So like Toga can just flip the war on his head, but then it also may have had something to do with because they was talking about this in the previous episodes as well. Just the parallel of her fully being deciding to be a villain now,
Hmm.
right? Because as well, making that decision to use Dabi and Shigaraki is crazy. Okay, that's fully saying like, "Hey, I'm a villain now." Because if she's gonna do that and actually use this quirk, once again, this completely flips the war on his head. This basically says, "Hey, this is like we win button if I do this." Essentially,
Oh yeah,
right?
definitely. Definitely. Because if she can start making her clones be either one of those two people, it's up. It's insane.
So that will also solidify her stance on truly being a villain if she actually does go through with that, right?
Hmm.
So, um, it's also that dynamic as well, of her maybe dealing with that. But once again, like Fargo was saying, once she figures out her emotions, whatever it is, right, emotionally, whatever she figure it out, if she does figure it out, it's only a matter of
Kind of,
time. We
yeah.
we gotta we gotta stop this girl.
Yeah, so I mean, it's good right now. It's good that Ochaka know which twice is her, because at least we can directly deal with it. But all this tertiary shit that's going on. Ah. Whew.
And then, I got a couple more stuff I want to talk about. One thing I would do want to talk about is crazy how we actually got a cameraman this season in this
Oh,
show.
we do, yeah.
We actually got a cameraman this season, and they're not playing around. Like they're legit out there putting their lives on the line just to record and show.
And and
What's going on, and then that's I can I love that moment, right? Just
that was
that
good,
whole
yeah.
moment of showing the world that we're still fighting, like no matter what, win or lose, this is the story, this is what went down, we're not gonna stop fighting until until we just can't no more, right? I love that was so
No,
amazing,
no,
beautiful. And then like you saw the the viewer count going up on the videos and stuff, like it's just beautiful.
yeah, the fact, and like La Brava connecting them to like stream, like their devices to stream everything that's happening. Even that, like taking a stance to inspire, like within this episode, to inspire that newscaster to take a helicopter out and try to like report stuff. Now granted, even All For One said, oh shit, the cameras are here, but do they really want to see this? Like I thought it was such a good moment because for students, for kids to recognize the fact that like they need to show this because of like this is the world's fighting spirit. Like this is us trying to show people that we're still out here, still trying, even though like shit seems bleak right now. But like also the
Hmm.
importance of like this is a historic ass moment. People are gonna
Yeah.
want to see like what
This
was
is
going.
literally a battle for the world because if
Hmm.
they lose, like not only would this affect Japan, but it's gonna affect the
Was the
rest of the
world.
world.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, like you said, it is a moment in history that is happening right before their eyes right now, and being live streamed to the world
Hmm.
right now, which is crazy. So, I just love that thing. It's kind of like taking a modern aspect and thinking about regular modern day society, right, and putting incorporating it into your right. And I just like that.
Yeah, it was the really good. That was a really good stance. On how to handle that. I thought so. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so that was another favorite moment for that. Just the cameramans that we're getting this season. Just the sentiment and the reasoning behind it and all that. That I just once again
Hmm.
beautiful. Well, another reason once again, moments like this is what my hero was made for, right? Just beautiful.
Yeah.
And then last but not motherfucking least, everybody, I knew we was gonna have to get some type of crazy moment with all for one when after I saw him come back, right? But if y'all would have told me that our boy All Might was still hanging around like this, I would have
Oh
told you you was
yeah,
crazy. I would have told you you
it was
was
great. I would have
crazy.
thought you was crazy too. What the fuck?
This man's still kicking around. This is crazy. Next week should be classic. 157 should be a classic episode.
Yeah, that preview. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Ain't no way. Right? Like,
No shot.
yeah,
Everybody get the tissues ready. Might shed a tear next episode.
might. Yeah, because ooh. I don't know how this one
might
gonna
have to
shake out.
might shed a tear next episode. That's crazy. All Might is still kicking around. That nigga said the flame still brewing up inside him. And it gets me wondering because with all the special the special interaction that's going on between All for One and One for All right now, is it kind of like sparking something inside of All Might right now?
Yeah, could it? Okay.
With that, especially because the same special interaction with all one right now going on, coming back and revitalizing himself.
Yeah.
All these, synergies that's going on right now, did it kind of like spark something inside of, off not off one All Might.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if that does anything for him and abilities and stuff like that. But yeah, next week is gonna be really interesting.
It's crazy. This was the moment I've been waiting for right here. I didn't think it was gonna be this. I knew it was gonna get something crazy, but like I said,
If you would have told me this,
all if you told me we was gonna get All Might versus All for One part 3, I would have told you it was crazy. Part 3,
when one, it's very poetic too, because one is like, again, I don't know if All Might will have powers in the next episode, but like one is super powered up right now, and one got none,
yeah.
and it's just, oh man, it's just crazy to think about.
It's crazy, bro. I don't know how you margaritas kept this one under wraps, but this is crazy.
Yeah. All right, but with all that, I think we hit the end. Do you have anything else to say before we close out here?
My Hero season 7 has definitely been living up to the hype. The war, has been off to a phenomenal start. Like, I mean, I feel like every episode has been a banker in its own, different rights. In a sense, like,
Yeah.
of course, some episodes have been better than ever, but I still think every episode has been solid this season, right? And really nothing to complain about. Also, something that I do want to touch upon because we was talking about this during the tier list, right? How really a lot of the other characters didn't really get a lot of screen time and things of the nature, but it does seem like during this final war here that
Yeah,
each
everybody's getting their moments.
each main character in the class 1A is kind of like getting their moments here.
Mhm.
Here.
Here and
So
there.
I do like that.
Yeah, no, I joked about it earlier, but like the fact that we got to see the Shiketsu's high school students come back, and like even every character from 1A and even some from like 1B, you got the people that we never get to see, the business students, like with the recording and stuff like that. Like this
Mhm.
is the shit that was every time I talked about my hero, where I was like, if I had a disappointment, it was the fact that it became like the Izuku Todoroki and Bakugo show, and
Yeah.
now he's actively in this last in these last like moments is remembering what really I felt like made My Hero kind of a standout show where it felt like every
The
character,
cast.
yeah, where
Yeah.
where the cast had like such a big impact on the story. So yeah, it's just been great to see that come back too. So
100%. 100%. All right, with all that being said, everybody, please let us know down below in the comments, how have you been enjoying My Hero Academia Season 7 so far? And, McMillian, go ahead and take us on that
all right,
away.
guys, always appreciate you for watching / listening. If you want to stay up to date on all things about the council, please consider following us on our social media. That is at Gurren Otakus on Twitter and at Gurren Otaku Council everywhere else. For those of you listening on our audio streaming platform, please consider following the show, giving us a review, as well as sharing us with your family and friends. We highly appreciate it. Helps us grow. For those on YouTube, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz helps us out. We really love to hear from you, and share us with people, so the channel can continue to grow. With all that saying, guys, appreciate you for watching. This is Gurren Otaku Council saying meeting adjourned. Peace out, everybody.